Hello, hope you're all having a good week. Today I'm finding out what I can make with a spirograph. So I'm going to be testing out all sorts of supplies with this set, seeing what works and hopefully create a lovely piece of artwork at the end. So let's get started. This spirograph set is a classic retro collector's tin. And we've got in here all sorts of stuff. So we've got a design guide, a little design pad, which I probably will be using today, and loads of wheels and all sorts of stuff going on here. So I'm going to see what each one does, maybe have a look at the design guide, then try out loads of different combinations with some supplies that I've got here. So I'm going to try and recreate this design first. I'm going to try this out with sparkly gel pens. I'm not holding out much hope with these as they don't dry quickly. So I'm expecting they're going to smudge, but we're going to give it a try anyway. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to move on to something else. So let me know in the comments now if you think this is going to work. Oh, I did have problems with this wheel coming off. Not smudging. I do find it hard to make sure the gear doesn't come off, but I'm actually quite surprised with how the gel pens have worked. I thought they were going to smudge, but they've not at all. So this might be something that I choose to use in the art piece. I think I've got too much of this blue tack type stuff underneath, so it's a bit high. The gear sort of wants to come off. So gel pens are a success, surprisingly. I'll try out different art supplies, some coloured pencils. I've used half the amount of putty, so hopefully we haven't got that lift in the gear. So the good thing with pencils is I can rub it out. Oh no, it's sharp enough. I got the mistakes on that one. It's quite hard to get the pencil in when it's upside down, so I'm not sure about those. But the good thing about them is you can rub it out if it's gone wrong. Fine liners, I think these are going to work well. I'm going to have to work quick because they're going to end up bleeding. And I've got to basically draw this until the line meets where it began. This is going to be quite difficult, I think. No, I've lost it. Okay, I don't know whether I'll be using this bar thing. A bit challenging. I think I might try the fine lines, but without the bar. Bit in the middle's getting a bit wet now, so it's quite hard to go over. Yeah, I knew that's gone through quite badly. I don't know whether I'm going to use the fine lines after all on this. I thought they'd be the easiest. The others haven't gone through. So far, I think the gel pens are the best, but it might have been the design that I did as well. I'm going to try paint pens. I'm using some really thin fine line Posca pens. I've got the same worry that it might bleed, but I don't know whether it will after the gel pens, so we'll see what these are like. Not bleed, but smudge. Yeah, I don't know whether I can use paint pens. quite like that design. The paint pens aren't going to work with this. Alcohol markers. I've got some fine tip. Oh, I should have put something underneath this. That seemed to work all right. If you do it quickly. I don't think I'm going to be using alcohol markers. And lastly, one of my favourite art supplies or not, masking fluid. I will be able to rub it off if it goes completely wrong. So I'm just going to try and do a basic pattern. I might be able to make it myself without using the Spirograph. So I think the best supply was actually the gel pens. The colour pencils weren't too bad, but it was quite difficult to get that through the hole and you have to keep sharpening them. And the fine liners, unfortunately, was ripping the paper and went through. So I think I'm going to use gel pens for most of the design I'm doing in the book. Paint markers smudge too much, alcohol markers are too thick and they bleed too much. One thing I do want to do though is combine that with another couple of art supplies. So even though I did use the masking fluid and it didn't really work in the Spirograph, I was thinking I could put the Spirograph on here and lightly do the design in pencil, a really simple one, and then go over it with the masking fluid. Let it dry, but then colour the page in the background. I'd like to do like a wash basically to add loads of different colours. I really want this to be just full of Spirograph, full of colour. That is what the aim for this page is. And I think the designs that I liked the most as well were the ones like these, the ones with the gel pen. I like that one too. So I'll probably lean towards doing more of these type of designs. But to start off with, just going to choose a really simple pattern. So if it's this, that might be easier to do. We're going to do something a little bit different. Try and put it on the corner. This is dry. I'm going to get the masking fluid off of here and hopefully it doesn't rip away the paper. Fingers crossed. I've not had the best luck of this before. I really like the idea of it, which is why I chose to use the masking fluid. Maybe some tweezers. Maybe tweezers is the way. You just have to be slow with the process. Not try and rush it because otherwise the page is going to rip. Just be gentle with it. It's these thicker bits that tend to rip before when I was using this. But I think this might be the way to go, is use some tweezers and just sharp, just to gently pull it away. So using a tweezer is definitely the way to go with this. I have a few tiny little rips here and there, but nothing compared to what I had last time. So I think that's what I'm going to use going forward. But this is exactly what I was looking for, this sort of background. But yeah, I'm quite happy with this so far. The background wash was with Caran d'Ache Neo Colour 2s. I just wanted to put a bit of colour there at the background. I'm not really too bothered about overlapping lines or anything like that. So I'm just going to put wherever I feel like there should be a Spirograph. Just take my time with it because I know that the gears can come off. if I rush. I definitely want to include is this one I did here. I might do it in similar colours. If anyone else has used a Spirograph, I'd like to know if you have the same difficulty with these gears coming off. Oh, no. Okay. Do I need to put something underneath? It's going to have to just be part of the design where we've got mistakes. I might colour the outside of that one to try and cover up the mistakes on it, because they're mostly on the outside. I could put the wheel back. I might just do that. Colour in. Don't think it looks too bad. So yeah, I'm going to just try and do a slightly different pattern now. Right, so I think I need to colour in the insides of these. I think that one, I've saved it as well. I want to try and do one where I don't have to colour it in, cover up the marks, you know, where I've gone wrong. There must be an art to Spirograph that I didn't realise you needed, like some sort of skill to it. Maybe just because I haven't done it for such a long time. I can't remember the last time I did do Spirographing. Right, let's try. I'm going to try and do this pattern. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. There's a bit of smudging. I'm going to leave that how it is. My channel Wonder Art is all about rediscovering my creative side again by trying out different art supplies, doing sketchbooks and art prompt books. If it's something that you're interested in seeing, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos. So I did find this more challenging than I thought I would find it. I'm quite happy with how it all turned out in the end. Got quite a few different patterns on there. I used the edge of the Spirograph as well to just add a bit of detailing around the edges. Just add something there because it looked like something was missing. And I think the gel pens were the right choice. I like these ones particularly because they're glittery. I did get a little bit of smudging here and there with them. I like the masking fluid background. It adds something extra to it with these bits. So you look further into the picture and you see a bit more. I liked that I put down the wash, which was just with some Neo colours. If you wanted to try spirographing yourself, I've linked this set in the description. If you already have a set, let me know. If you've tried any different art supplies with it, if you've done anything like this. This video is part of my 2025 Trying New Things series, so I need to pick out an idea for March. This one wants to come out, so let's try this one. This is, oh, what does it say? Printing with sunlight. I'm going to need to get some new supplies for that. And hope that we've got sunlight. We should do, it's nearly spring. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.